All right, guys, when you're biking on a budget like we are with these 300s, you tend to test your luck every once in a while. Oh. We've definitely done that on our way to Wendover today, but we made it. We're here in Wendover, and we each have a little bit of extra cash burning holes in our pockets. So we're gonna head to the casino and test our luck.
All on red or all on green, baby?
All on red and all on green. The plan is to go in there, take all their money, and then we're gonna leave.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up guys? It's the morning of our Lite Adventure ride on these 300 bikes. We're at the warehouse here in Payson and we're heading to Wendover. We've got about 200 miles to lay down today, so a pretty healthy day for miles. A lot of it's gonna be road, but we are definitely gonna make some time for shenanigans in the dirt. So we've got the bikes built out. We're both pretty anxious to hit the road, so let's go have some fun. Let's beat the heat.
If you watched our first verses, we took these bikes head to head in their stock form and the Cowie came out on top. In that we rode a lot of off-road and we found a lot of obvious flaws and strengths with each bike. We took all those things into account while building these things out with the different parts and accessories that we put on them.
So with the Kawasaki, they did not neglect the suspension like Honda did on their bike. So we knew because of that it could handle a little extra weight. So we decided to throw on a set of the pannier racks and Tusk pilot bags, as well as a bigger gas tank and a few other nice to haves for this ride. And you can see a full breakdown of all the parts and accessories added to these bikes in the bike builds.
With the unadjustable, pretty soft suspension on the Honda, I decided to stick to some rackless luggage to save some weight, and that really set the tone for the entire build on the Honda. You'll see that there are some differences between the two bikes, but we're excited to see where those differences excel as we go through our ride.
All right, this is in preparation for the weight that I'm adding to the back of this bike. As you can see, we got luggage racks and all the luggage that I'm bringing with me on my overnighter. I'll also be adjusting clickers on this shock, something that Kobe knows nothing about. It was here. We're going all the way to the bottom. All right, so yeah, the plan is basically be on roads till about Tooele, and then we've got some off-road section planned. But right now we're just climbing up the slant up to Eureka, which is a cool old mining town up here. That's where we ended our first verses between these two bikes. We didn't spend a whole lot of time on road in the first video that we filmed with these bikes, but with some weight on it and up at speed, this thing is a lot more twitchy than I expected. It's kind of got the whack going on right now. It's not super confidence inspiring. It's not like to go over like 60-ish miles per hour. I don't know if that's my overpacking for a one-day trip or just the bike. So anyway, yeah, we'll update you in a few. This bike is definitely wagging a little bit.
Stop and say hi to your girlfriend.
Oh, there she is.
Leaving Eureka, we made our way through the hills and valleys of Highway 36, passing through the bustling metropolis of Vernon, Utah, on our way to an old supercross training ground that Wes knew about from his childhood.
Hey, I'm pretty sure this is it.
I'm trusting you, man. Let's check it out.
How's the suspension treating you on that?
I mean, I'm half joking when I say this soaks up the braking bump super well, but in all seriousness, it's super comfortable. I mean, we mentioned that in the last verses.
Well, it wasn't in the budget to upgrade, so we're just dealing with it. These are budget bikes, so unless you have money laying around.
I need some gas.
After leaving the big hits and long distance jumps of the dirt, we hopped back on the highway to head north into Tooele. We needed a couple of things to gas up the bikes and to gas up our bodies. We've been working hard up to this point, so refueling and getting some food in our bellies was top priority.
Oh, there's a cafe and a Costa right across from each other. What are their problem? Like, I'm going to cafe. Costa sucks.
Hey, we're gonna see what Kobe's bike, how thirsty it was or is.
I'm guessing 1.8. You took 2 gallons.
I used 2 gallons.
And I used just over 1.5.
Oh,
Dang. So the KLX, Wes just ate 2 gallons. And I just took just over 1.5, right? 1.6 something?
1.6 something.
Which my level or my gauge was blinking at the bottom, like empty. So I don't know, it's a little deceiving. I easily could have made it over 100 miles, probably even close to 110. We're figuring, we did 90 miles. We're figuring that it's about like 40 to 45 miles per gallon-ish. So, I don't know. I'd be curious to do some more math. We did hit quite a bit of wind, but I definitely could have gone further.
Hey, so we're gonna switch bikes here. Kobe wants to know what the WAG feels like, so I'm gonna let him. So we just gassed up fuel and body.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna head out to Knowles, which is a little riding area. And they have desert races and everything out there.
Yep.
Like nice open riding area out by the salt flats a little bit. So we're gonna go head out there and find some more fun.
Sweat a little bit. Or a lot of it.
It is like 95 right now. It's pretty warm.
Yeah.
Headed towards Grantsville, the last real civilization until our final destination, Wendover.
I-80 West. Wendover, that's where we're going.
We hopped on the interstate as fast as our iron horses could carry us and our luggage, excited to head to our next off-road playground, Knowles.
'83 to Wendover. Hills have eyes.
Guys, that was the last gas stop and we just passed it.
All right, we decided that the CRF was not worth the risk. There was a last chance gas station in Dell. We're gonna top the Honda and probably the KLX off, I guess, before we head to Wendover.
Dell City Station.
Dude, we're in Dell. How hot is it?
It's hot as hell.
It's freaking hot. Back on the road.
Thanks, Dell. You were hotter than hell.
Yeah.
I was hotter than hell.
Okay guys, little update for you. We made it to Knowles, but it is hot as Dell. It's hotter than Dell. It's like 100 degrees, so we're taking a little break in whatever shade we can find. We're gonna rehydrate a little bit and then go have some fun on the bikes as long as we can stand it.
Just a couple fun little facts. Knowles is where I learned to ride a dirt bike. This is a fun recreational area. My family's been out here for years. There's a couple cool little landmarks. I believe it's both these guys' first time, our cameraman and Wes. So we're gonna go check them out. They're a little weird. It's out in the middle of the salt flats. Utah's wild, man. But we gotta beat the heat, so let's go get her done.
Yeah, looking forward to some cold AC in Wendover, so we'll see how long we can hold out.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What in the heck? Wow. That's a Chick-fil-A cow. How'd they get the freaking tire on top of there? That's so awesome.
All right, guys, we thought it would be a good opportunity to update you guys on our thoughts for the two bikes. So far, honestly, it's about like our feelings after the first impressions that we did. The suspension, when we're messing around and goofing off on the KLX, is just so much better. The Honda, though, is a nice ride. I have to admit. I know Kobe's been liking that all day. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's great when you stay within your limits. Like if you're trying to push the thing, if you watched our first verses, this is what we complained about the entire time. Like it's gonna need some serious work if you're trying to take it seriously riding. But if you're just the commuter, if you're using it what it's built for the most part, I think they could have made some adjustments. But yeah, for the most part, if you're staying within those restrictions, you're gonna be just fine. You can check out our builds to see everything that we put on it. But yeah, the Cowie, not only is it handling more weight from luggage, skid plate, all these protective parts, than just the rider itself, it doesn't stop impressing us when we start to get really serious off-road.
I don't think I'm very surprised though. Both bikes are doing everything. We fit all the gear that we needed. Obviously that's not a ton of gear, but for an overnight ride, like I feel like this is where these bikes shine. It's what they're supposed to be doing. We're having a good time doing it, so we'll keep on keeping on.
I'm surprised you saved that.
Sorry, the bars are bent a little, dude.
Bro!
What's up? Oh, shoot.
Dude, what happened?
Didn't I tell you guys we were getting lucky in Wendover? I found the only nail out here on the salt flats, and luckily it only went through one of my knobbies and not through my tire. So we're gonna pull this out and keep riding. Okay, we tried the tongs, the community tongs out here at the junk pile, but I had to resort to the tools that were buried in the bottom of my saddlebag.
Tongs did a pretty good job.
Okay, there we go. You want to keep that?
Sure. On the road again.
All right, guys, so we came out here to check out the Jeep Monument. It's actually a little classier than the last one we were at. Probably worth the ride that it was to come out here and get pictures, but I don't know, Kobe. I think I've seen enough Knowles for today. What do you say we head to Wendover?
Let's get the Dell out of here.
Oh!
shoot. Woo! Yeah, I'm good. We're good.
Naturally, with our dirt biker background, we chose the whoop trail to get back to the interstate.
All right, so we decided to stop off at this Tree of Utah. It's something that you're definitely going to see on your way to Wendover, but not really sure what the story is behind it.
There's a plaque, but it's fenced off. You can't go read it.
You see some weird stuff in the desert, man. There's a bunch of locks on the fence and all sorts of other unmentionables. So we figured it was worth the stop. We're about 20 miles still out of Wendover, so
We're running low on fuel.
and Kobe is low on gas, so we're hoping we make it. Dude, backing that compression out a little bit just helps settle the bike so much more on the highway.
That's awesome.
I can't believe it. Like, it's still got movement and stuff. I think that's just normal with a small bike, but I'd like dare take my hands off the bars, and it's quite a difference for sure. So
you rode past me with your feet full tuck. I was like, he's got to feel a little more confident.
Yeah, for sure. That helped a bunch, man. I'm pretty happy. So close. Through a couple too many bronies. Oh yeah. Here, I'm gonna just ride with my hazards as far as I can. I can see the gas station. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I never doubted it. As close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, we were cutting it kind of close, but I never doubted it. Maybe I did a little bit.
That's as close as you can cut it. Literally running out for the last probably mile and a half.
Just dying. I had to run the stop sign. Guilty.
So that had to be what? Just at 100 maybe?
We'll have to do the math. Without that trip. It's hard
Yeah.
to tell.
Yep.
But close to it.
Literally, those gas stations were the perfect distance apart.
They're made for this bike.
Yep.
And all the bronies.
Nice work.
And the results are in. We're at 1.9, practically 2.
Dude.
We're at 2 or over 2. Oh, dang, dude. Depleted.
This is supposed to be 2.1.
2.1, yeah.
Dude, sick. We made it to Wendover. Hey, this is sick. Salt flats are sick, guys.
And just like that, we're back on the road, only 1 mile from the destination. We just followed the casino lights and found a casino to rob.
Sings by the linden tree, its melody is calling me. There's a sweetheart yearning for me day by day, so far away.
That's a VIP party, man. What is that place? Holy. That's where we should be going.
Yeah.
It's VIP. Dude, the Nugget's looking a little dated.
It is, but I know the machines are broken. They don't know how to do anything but give you money.
That's awesome. That sounds like a good idea. Let's go!
Big money, big money. Big money, 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 money. This thing just won't stop. This thing just won't stop. Come on, Buffalo. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Woo! Talking about.
Let's go. Big money, big money. Come on.
Departure from the Nugget, it was good to some of us.
And we are ready for camp. We hopped back on the interstate and found a nice, somewhat level spot to set up our tents and prep for the warm, very warm night ahead. All right, good morning, guys. It is day 2 on our Versus overnighter here in Wendover. Last night was pretty
Rough.
Pretty epic at the casino, though.
Oh, it was going great. The last night was awesome.
These two came out on top. I lost a little bit of money, but basically we took all their money and then we came to camp.
And we left. We got some firewood on the way. We actually had a, pretty fun camp night. Had a little fire. Probably stayed up later than we should have. And then the second we went to bed, nature had other plans. Yeah, we got blasted from the wind. Holy cow.
So windy.
That was a rough night. So we're all pretty tired this morning, but we ended up getting up, finally rolled out of bed, really not so late. We've been up for a minute. We filmed some bike builds, which go check those out if you want to see a full breakdown on what these bikes are. But yeah.
Let's talk about luggage real quick. How How's your excursion stuff been?
The excursion I've been really impressed with. Like for this trip, the excursion has been perfect. It's one of our smaller rackless setups, and for an overnighter, I've loved it. It's lightweight, it's close to the bike. Yeah, that lightweight really helps on the Honda. I don't think I would want racks on there without doing some adjustments to the suspension. But yeah, really have been able to fit everything that I need. They're super easy to access everything. I'm not battling, you know, doing a million buckles to find simple things. I've really liked them.
I've been pretty jealous of the small load you're carrying all trip, but yeah, in true Boy Scout fashion, I'm always way more prepared than I even need to be. It's been freaking hotter than, I mean, it's like 100 degrees right now.
We're hitting new records.
Ready to get out of here. Yeah, we're setting records here in Wendover, but yeah, I way overpacked for the trip again, but thankful for my rack luggage. The Pilot pannier bags, they've been great. No complaints there. Just packed way more than I needed to for this overnighter. So yeah, the plan now, we're gonna head down, hit the salt flats. They're super cool. It's something that you got to do when you're here. Just check them out. So we're gonna go check those out, and then we're gonna hit the highway back, and we'll give you guys an update here in a few.
Sweet. This is why you don't wire things hot, people.
Bump start number 2 for Kobe this morning. Ready?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Push, 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 push. In 3, 2, 1. Come on.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Baby. Come on, baby. Break the sweat. Right over this hill. There it is.
Phew. Let's get on the road, boys.
Bike camp spot of the worst sleep of my life.
Yeah, it's definitely not as dry as I've seen it before, but so crazy. It's just like ice out here.
Like it's so much more salty than I expected.
Yeah, quick little drag race here. Are you starting in second or first?
Whatever you're not in.
Oh shoot. Okay, ready? 1. 0 to 60, and eventually
the fastest we've gone. I was only in 5th gear there too. That's good.
that was fun.
I might have jumped on you a little bit. Okay. Somebody's gonna do it.
Oh my gosh, we gotta find a car wash ASAP. Yeah, we'll top off on gas, wash the bikes, and then hit I-80 back to Salt Lake.
The bikes are clean, and boy are we ready for 90 more miles of I-80 slab.
Kobe, you good?
I'm about to be. I wasn't. I'm about to be. Just a quick nap on the side of the freeway.
Okay, give me a little update. Where do we have to go from here?
Well, going the way we came. We've got hot as hell Bell around the corner. Then to Grantsville around the next bend. And then towards Eureka. So, well, our next stop might have to be Dell, because pinned as I am, I'm going through fuel pretty quick, and our water is almost gone. So I have a feeling we're gonna need another stop.
You're ditching the jacket, huh?
I'm gonna be red as a lobster. Airflow is
Nice work. Welcome to Dell. Dude, I got a loose master cylinder. That's pretty sick. Alright, so just passing through Tooele and just crossed over the 100-mile mark for today, so yeah, that puts us halfway home. Pretty much all pavement today, which I don't love, but also we're super hot and ready to be home. Welcome to Stockton. Yeah, last gas up for the trip, and then we're chilling.
All right, Kobe, last gas. The last gas. It's about time. We're in Stockton. We've got about 70, maybe 80 more miles, would you say?
That's a guesstimation. I have no idea.
The bikes are holding up dang well. I think we are more done than they are. They're running great. We were just talking about we're trying to decide, get our final talking points put together, like a final decision, you know. And we're both struggling. These things are really close. They've both been great, but we're gonna think about it through this last little stretch and give you guys our final thoughts here in a bit. But still having fun. We're gonna finish this thing up strong.
Yeah, KLX. Homer bust.
Homer bust.
Homer bust.
You know about that? Pretty fancy, dude.
You look like Anderson, dude. Yeah. 70 miles from last fill up. Dude, 450 miles. 448 to be exact. And we're back. Hey guys, we made it back to Rocky Mountain. We're here in Payson at the warehouse and both pretty happy to be back now. We actually logged 450 miles in 2 days, which feels like a lot on these little bikes. We definitely put them through the paces and it was a lot of fun. Kobe, give us your thoughts on the bikes and the different setups that they each had.
So, if you watched our first impression versus, in that video, we both kind of ended on favoring the Cowie. And to be honest, I think I'd walk away from today going with the Honda. I've really enjoyed this bike the past couple days for a couple of reasons. One, I've really become a huge fan of the engine. It's super smooth. It's what we've found a little bit faster. It handles the highway speeds a little bit better. It's smoother, doesn't rattle as much, but even more so, I'm a fan of the build that we put together on this thing. If you want a full list, go check out the individual build video, but mainly because of the luggage. We just lightened up things a little bit more with this, mainly because of the suspension, how soft it was from our first impressions versus. We didn't want to throw too much weight on it, but man, I really felt that. I was a fan of how tight that luggage was. It just didn't feel like it was in the way, wasn't weighing me down. I don't know. I think, Wes, you probably agree, wouldn't you?
It was definitely appropriate for the overnight ride that we did. This rack setup was way overkill. Like I've mentioned, I tend to overpack, but I'm not happy with the pannier racks. On these bikes, a rackless setup really, in my opinion, is just the way to go for the type of riding. Unless you're doing multi-day rides, I would highly recommend rackless. That's really what made a big difference for me between the two bikes, but also like Kobe mentioned, I feel the same way. The Honda feels more refined. It's smoother, it vibrates less. Obviously, like in the first impressions, we talked a lot about suspension. The Honda's terrible. The KLX is awesome for what it is, pavement and just putting down miles, that the suspension really didn't matter that much on the bikes, and especially on this trip, as much as it did in the first impressions. So I feel the same way. I'm gravitating toward the Honda. Just if I was going to spend my hard-earned cash, I think it would be the Honda, which is kind of weird to say because we were both Team Green in the first impression. So that really just goes to show how close both of these bikes are. I don't think you could go wrong with either one, honestly. The bang for your buck is just awesome with both these bikes. But to be honest, this was a lot in 2 days on these bikes, in my opinion. Like I said, 450 miles, a lot of it was slab, and it felt like a lot. We're ready to be home.
Absolutely. It's hot. We've said that a couple times. We're triple digits heading out to Wendover. It's beat us up. But back to the bikes. Like Wes said, you can't go wrong with either. And I think if you did a similar build of what we did on the Honda on the Cowie, you'd be extremely happy as well. So again, can't go wrong. I do think I'm going to walk away with the Honda. But it was fun. It's been fun.
I'm with you. Next time, let's plan a mountain ride where we can get single track, cooler weather, and have a little fun.
Let's cool off.
A little more enjoyable time. But anyway, yeah, if you guys want to see everything that was put on each of these bikes, we did builds. We filmed builds while we were out on this ride for each bike, and so that's a full rundown of everything that's added to each bike. And then obviously on our website we have way more accessories and parts that you can add to customize for your type of riding. So anyway, guys, thanks for sticking with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool content. We'll catch you later.
Thanks for watching. See ya.